but feel free to invite me to your campus. So, just keeping it real, you know what I mean? So this piece I'm gonna share, this will be the only poem I do just for time. I wanna be respectful for the other artists. I'm looking forward to One Hood Media coming up and sharing and all the other great artists. So I'm gonna get into this piece. If you like my work, you can always check me out at reyespoetry.com, #ReyesPoetry. Let's take it back to the good old days. Let's take it back to when Negroes and Spics knew their place, when chicks would line up and put into camps, when women of color were fast wars and tramps, when Hoover bugged Dr. King Bucks and microphones at his hotel lamps. Let's take it back to when the CIA placed hundreds of Cubans on a certain bay and then let them be slain and say, oh, we had nothing to do with it. It was what they wanted. Let's take it back to commie sympathizer, witch hunts. Let's take it back to blacklists. Let's take it back to government control, segregation because of pigmentation. Let's take it back to the control of an honest population through sterilization. Let's take it back to when bullets flew, when Kennedy's brain was splattered, when Dr. King's skull was open, when Brother Malcolm sold up because of conspiracies buried in files and codes. Let's take it back to small black children being sprayed on the streets of the US, attacked by dogs, spinning like crystals by bigots. Let's take it back to chemical insecticides used to go healthy crops that affected my family, my tias, my grandparents who worked for under minimum wage like slaves that labored in the sun to be infected by cancer. Let's take it back to the Zoot Suit riots where America's Navy raped our women, beat our men on the name of defense. Let's take it back to when the only face of beauty was white, when Latino actors were forced to say they were Italian, when mixed and mulatto children said they were not black. Let's take it back to when the only act on the big screen that depicted people of color was of sex, violence, and ignorance. Let's take it back to when Bruce Lee was forced to wear a mask because of his slanted eyes and millions out to the Green Hornet. Let's take it back to when blacks cannot play in the NBA, before Iverson, before Jordan, before Zeke, before Magic, before Dr. J, before the Iceman, Wilt, and Russell. Let's take it back to the good old days when millions of Americans went overseas to fight in wars, only to turn in body bags, and because they were not white, could not be buried in the cemeteries that they died to keep. Let's take it back to when the government introduced heresies of Harlem, Los Angeles, Chicago, Detroit. Let's take it back to when jazz was monkey music, back to blackface, Uncle Tom, yes, massive mentalities. Let's take it back to when masters raped slaves, when Thomas Jefferson had a love affair with one of his own. Let's take it back to cowards hiding behind sheets that he crosses the blaze. Let's take it back to governmental testing on minorities, the outcome of AIDS. Let's take it back to the treaty of Guadalupe, 40 acres and a mule. Let's take it back to the red man being infected by smallpox from blankets given to him by the US of A. Let's take it back to the no question reality dogma of the age. Let's take it back to women are worth nothing, unable to vote, making cooking tortillas and greens just later as I bust time and time again. Let's take it back to Vietnam when men and women bled and bled and bled. That's why when I hear people say let's take it back to the good old days, I say fuck that, no way, the good old days weren't as good as they say.